So as long as Pro Audio has been around, mixers have been around as well as a means of bringing sonic components together. Anything from simple volume control to dynamic sound, effects processing. Well, now, fast forward to the digital age. Now we got digital mixers here to make things even easier for you. For a lot of people, it could seem a little bit overwhelming, and some people, they just might not find a reason to opt out of going to a digital mixer from their analog mixer. Well, if you've ever had a thought about going to a digital before, you're in the right spot. Hi, my name is Matthew. I'm with Pro Sound and Stage Lighting Sales Advisor here, and we're here to help you out, and we're going to talk about some digital mixers and, kind of hopefully change your opinion on it. Let's get started. So a couple of the drawbacks that I hear about digital mixers. That one, did you guys hear that? Yeah, that's crickets. You're going to hear a lot of crickets now because these things are completely silent. Number two, the concern that I usually hear is that they might be a little bit too complicated, as I mentioned earlier. They're really not too complicated. It's very easy. Just like if you were to get a new vehicle, you're not sure where to turn on the windshield wipers or how to turn on the headlights or program your favorite radio station. They will be a little bit of a learning curve, but if you take the time to learn it, I think that's going to be a great benefit for you. Third concern I usually hear about is that the cost on the initial investment of a digital mixer. Digital mixers do have a little bit of a higher price tag, but if you take into the fact that you get all of your effects built into the mixer, it's not bad at all. If you get a normal mixer for $700, $800, and then you factor in an EQ for another $500, you get your compression for another $450, you get your effects processor for about another $500. Already, just the effects alone and the rack units, they're probably about $1,500. So in a way, they kind of equal itself out. And what a great benefit to it is that it's all built into one unit, so you have a smaller footprint. A lot of times what I hear from a lot of my clients is that it also saves them on transportation. How does it do that exactly? Well, you have your effects processor unit, you've got a full rack full of stuff, and if you're a touring band, well, now you have to pay for the cost to get that shipped out. So it's also going to save you in the cost of shipping because now you're just shipping the mixer and it's all built into one. I want to talk about some of the advantages of going digital. One of my favorite features on here is actually saving and recalling your presets. This has saved me so much time before in the past. So, for example, hypothetically, if you were being the audio engineer for a band for a festival, which are really big nowadays, or maybe a house of worship that has several bands, during sound check, I can actually save my presets for each band member, and as soon as they walk on stage, boom, page 2, everything is completely saved and recalled instantly. And right there, that has saved me so much time, and in a way, it kind of almost justifies the cost of owning one of these digital boards. And one of the other great advantages to them is that if you have a smaller venue and you don't have a lot of room, I've noticed that some mixers are just kind of off to the side, which you really can't hear what's going on in the front of house. Well, now, put that mixer off to the side, grab your smartphone, grab a tablet, and now the sound engineer can actually be in the audience and they can actually hear exactly what they're hearing, and you have complete and full control over all the effects, all the EQ, all the volume controls over each band member and each microphone. We've talked about the footprints, how a small footprint it is. If you want to go with something really small, you can go with something like a QSC TouchMix 16. You have full control over the screen here. And if you want to go with something even smaller, you can go with like a Soundcraft or maybe even one of the Behringer X Airs. This is a 4-channel, already has Wi-Fi built into it. And you know what? No mixer anywhere. This is up in your rack, up and out of the way. Last thing I want to mention is the digital snake. If you don't know what a digital snake is, it is just like a normal snake that you would normally use. But now, my digital snake is off to the side where the band members are. Everybody's plugging into there. And now, I just run a single Cat5 cable out to the front of house where my Behringer X32 is. Completely done, and it saves so much time. So now that I've probably convinced you to get a digital mixer, now it's time to ask yourself a couple of questions. How many channels do you need? How much can you invest? And what are some of the features that you must have? If you have any additional questions, please give us a call here at Pro Sound and Stage Lighting. We do have factory trained sales advisors to help you out. If you have, or if you need to know any more details about what we just talked about, be sure to click the link below in the description. And be sure to follow us on social media. We are on Twitter at PSSL01 or also on Facebook at Pro Sound and Stage Lighting. Thank you so much for joining me on the video. And remember, we're here to make you look good.